Namaste everyone. Welcome to my channel Abundant Love. So today I'm back with another pick a card tarot reading. Today's topic is a little different. It is a timeless reading. It is about receiving messages from your higher self. Okay, your higher self is essentially that version of yourself which is like your highest possibility, which is beyond emotion, intellect, and ego. Okay, often our higher selves work in the spiritual realm with ascended masters, with archangels, deities, and yeah, I really don't know how to express it, but it's like it is a version of ourselves that we have forgotten. Okay, something like that. So I wish all of you um, tremendous unity with your higher self. Okay, so let's see what messages come across from your higher self. So as usual, I have three options. This brown dressed mini monk is for option 1 viewers, this blue dressed mini monk is for option 2 viewers, and this orange dressed mini monk is for option 3 viewers. Now you can choose any one or more than one option based on what resonates very strongly with you. But once you have made your choice, you need not see the entire video. You can go to the timestamp, you can go to the video description or to the top comment. You will see a timestamp next to each option. If you click on the timestamp, your reading will start from there. For example, if you chose option 3 or the orange monk, you need not see the entire video. You click on the timestamp next to option 3, your reading will start from there. Okay. So, okay, I'll say my usual prayer before I start. You can use this time to make your choice. Dear gods, goddesses, angels, spirit guides, archangels, ascended masters, and all the powerful light workers of this universe, please put me and the viewers of this video inside your protection bubble. Through this video, please help the viewer receive messages they need to hear, messages of love, courage, hope, kindness, compassion, and positive dynamic action. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Lots and lots of love. Okay, let us get started. I will keep this other two options aside so that we can start with option 1. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 1 viewers who chose this brown dressed mini monk who does not speak any bad things. Okay, that's why he has this gesture. So let's see what are the messages from your higher self. So I have this Keepers of the Light deck today, and I'll take 3 cards, okay, from this. Dear Spirit Guides, what does option 1 viewers, higher self or highest version wants to convey through this reading that they can work on, that will be like a guidance for them? Thank you, Divine. Okay. Next, from the Angels and Ancestors deck, also, we'll take 2 cards. What are the messages from the higher self of option 1 viewers today? Thank you. One card, I think. One more card, please, for my dear option 1 viewers. Dear Spirit. Thank you. And finally, from the surrender deck, what is it that if you surrender, we'll take 1 card, you can accelerate towards your highest version. Okay, so let us dive into your reading now, option 1 viewers. Let us see what is happening, or what does your higher self want you to know. Nice. Okay. First of all, let me tell you, this is a timeless reading, okay? You can come back to this reading and choose any other option whenever you want. Now, whenever you're watching this, okay, option one viewers, it seems like your mind is telling you that no, things are not good for you, even though actually things are working in your favor. And that's why I think your higher self brought you to this reading, and you will see how, okay? So, you're probably going through some tremendous healing phase, healing, because you got divine healing. And the message here says, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So, if this is a period where you feel like nothing is happening, I want more action, I want to deliver more, which is quite natural, right? But remember to serve. To serve also, you have to serve yourself first, okay? You have to make sure your body and mind and soul are in perfect alignment with each other. Even if it's not 100% perfect, at least, 85 to 90% perfect, because that way you will feel stable. Even if there are external triggers, you will still feel stable. You will still be that person who, no matter what, like even if there's an earthquake, that person knows what to do, how to take care of things around himself or herself. Okay, so that's why this healing energy is very very important. And it's like your heart is healing, like this person on this heart chakra, there's something going on, and I would have totally missed it. It caught my eye only because it was like this and the light glare was falling on it, so I just wanted to change the glare, and then I saw something in the heart chakra. Okay, so that is probably what is happening. Heart chakra healing is never easy because it pushes you out of your comfort zone, and many suppressed memories from past which you think that no longer affects you, they also come up. Okay, and they come out of nowhere. It's not like they're coming up in meditations or all. They can come up when you're working, they can come up when you're taking a bath or just chatting with a friend. It just comes all on a sudden. And what you have to remind yourself to do is to just watch it and let go. Accept that it's happening, okay? Don't be in denial. Accept that it's happening. And then remind yourself that all these are coming up again because they want to be released. So you pray to your version of the divine that I'm ready to release these memories, the baggage of these memories, the intensity that they were generating within your energy field. You're ready to release all that. And trust me, my love, uh, it is happening, okay? It is happening. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love, lot of healing coming your way. Okay? Because now you are being put on a path of dharma or righteousness. Because your next card is about dharma unfolding. And it says, remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. I hope you can read this. So, this says that once this healing is over, or even now, even when you are going through healing, because for each one of you are at a different phase of the healing process, and even when you are going through the healing, simultaneously, you are also moving towards your happiness. It might not be instantaneous. You are taking baby steps, one step at a time, but it is happening. Okay, and why is it happening? It is happening because most of your karma in this lifetime has been released. So now the life that you are going to lead is probably going to be like 70% dharmic and 30% karmic. Now, don't ask me where I get this percentages from. I'm just saying, okay, you get the gist. Like most of it will be dharmic, and the other portion of it will be still some remaining karma, okay? But most of it is dharmic. What does dharma mean? What does righteousness mean? It means that you are no longer chained by your ego. You are still living a life doing your usual duties, but you are more driven by a purpose that is beyond you. Because you see, most of our lives we have been fed this idea that me, mine, and all. That's what we have to take care of. Even people who are very responsible, they were taught like your family comes first, your daughter, your mother, your father, your this, your that. Like my this mine thing, it's good. Of course, you should take responsibility or you should take care of people who are in your family. But that doesn't mean that you only take care of them and not of, say, the greater society, because they are also your family. That part is being brought back again. It doesn't mean that you are not taking care of your immediate biological family members. You're still taking care of them, you're still loving them, but there is an expansion happening where you see many more who are not related to you by blood as family. There is like a resonance, there's a familiarity, and you want to do so much more for them, whether it's they are humans, whether they're animals, whether it's the environment. Okay, so it's a wonderful path on which you are taking baby steps. And what you are experiencing is you are experiencing tremendous, tremendous grace, my dear option one viewers. It says, share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming towards you. So, because you're going through this tremendous, deep cleansing, healing energy, there are some gifts that are coming to the surface. Okay, it can be artistic, it can be spiritual gifts, it can be anything, and you will feel a lot of inspiration to share these in the coming days. I'm sorry guys, I burped. So again, I'll remind you that it's really important that if you are at a resting phase right now, you honor that as well. If you are feeling sensitive, don't scold yourself that why are you so hypersensitive and things like that. No, 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 no. This sensitivity is a gift, okay? Um, Honor yourself. Even if emotions are getting triggered due to sensitivity, that's fine. Just wash them and release them, or pray so that you can release them, okay? Because what is coming towards you is something very beautiful. A life filled with grace where you feel inspired to, nurture your gifts, share it with others, and really build a beautiful world around yourself wherever you are. Okay? Uh, I'm really loving that. And I won't be surprised if it is a spiritual gift, because from your ancestor deck, you got the High Priestess, and it says harness mystic power. Okay, so again, each one of you is at a different phase of your journey, and your higher self is reminding you that yes, you have, most of you may have some psychic abilities, okay? It can be as simple as having a very sharp intuition, like just getting a hunch of things beforehand. Or it can be as obvious as being clairvoyant or clairaudient, where you just suddenly see things happening and then they happen. Or the other way around, where uh, you pick up other people's energies, okay? Things like that. You cannot logically explain, but you know what you're feeling is true. And that's what your spirit guides or your higher self is reassuring here, that yes, that is happening. And I'm not surprised you are brought to this reading, because it means that that union with your higher self is slowly, slowly happening. Like if this is your higher self and this is your ego self, slowly this ego is dissolving, 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 and slowly they are coming together. Okay, so that is very beautiful. Okay, but the wonderful thing is you will see the effects in your 3D world as well, because you got the sun, and that says enjoy success and happiness. Enjoy success and happiness. Okay, so this is the highlight of the reading, I would say. Like, it's not like, okay, I'm listening to a higher self reading, they will lecture me on what to do, what not to do. No, they are telling you you are meant to enjoy success and happiness in this lifetime, no matter what you have gone through earlier. Let that heal. Let the negative memories be released. Okay, allow yourself to heal. Don't be frustrated, don't be impatient, don't give up. Emotions will come up, you don't have to suppress them, you have to continuously watch them and pray that they get released. Okay, their their purpose is served. Whatever they were meant to do, they have done. Let them go. Those experiences, memories of them, just release them. Okay, and what you have to surrender, my dear option one viewers, is surrender frustration, which seems like a dominant feeling for some of you, because you are going through this healing phase where either everything seems very stagnant, or for some of you if it's actually physical healing happening, maybe you have a sickness, physical or mental, then also things might look really hopeless and bleak. But that's what your guides are saying, that no, it's not true. You are not, you are only listening to your mind and you are not listening to your spirit. Because if you try to connect to your spirit even for 5 minutes every day by taking a walk in nature or by sitting for a 10-minute meditation with your eyes closed, you will feel that within, that immense happiness which is coming out of nowhere. And that's happening because something happy is coming towards you. Your soul knows that, your logical mind does not. So that's why they're saying surrender the frustration. Know that grace is coming. There are many spiritual gifts you have that are slowly unfolding. Be patient with yourself, be extremely kind with yourself, okay? And you have success and happiness waiting for you, okay? Which you will definitely, definitely, definitely enjoy. So that's all I have for you, my dear option one viewers. If you loved these messages from your higher self, please hit the like button, please leave a comment, please share this video as much as you can, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Okay, let me put these cards back before I move on. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 2 viewers who chose this blue dressed mini monk who does not see any bad things or any evil things. Okay, now let's see what are the messages from your higher self today. From the Keepers of the Light deck, I'm taking uh, three cards today. Okay. What is it, Spirit, that my option two viewers need to hear from their higher self? This is the timeless reading, guys, so feel free to come back to this reading again and choose a different option whenever you feel a strong pull from your higher self, okay? Uh, then from the Ancestors deck, we'll take two cards. What is the guidance from the higher self of my dear option two viewers today? Thank you, Divine. One more card, please. Thank you. And finally, from the Surrender deck, we'll see what is necessary for you to surrender so that the union with your higher self is accelerated. Thank you, Divine. I think I'll keep both. You got two surrender cards. I didn't mean to, but I'll keep both. Okay, let us dive into your reading, my dear option two viewer. Okay, definitely you are going through a spiritual transformation. Okay? Transformation is very evident from your file. So, which is probably, I think the eclipse season just went by. There was 11/11 portal. You might have felt shoved out of your comfort zone, okay? And you were like, why? I was happy there. Why doesn't spirit understand? I was happy. I was totally comfortable. Why are they pushing me out? Where do I go? What do I do? I don't know. But, one of the messages for you is to release the old, okay? And you got the autumn card as well. So it says, release the old and rest. So for some of you who were like really working a lot, probably some situation happened that you were forced to take time off, okay? uh, at that time it felt like it was really bad luck or something, that it shouldn't have happened. It was like a sudden stop in your flow of things, but your spirit guides are like, no, it wasn't progress, okay? It was keeping you actually in a very unhealthy environment. For some of you, it may have been borderline toxic also. That's why your spirit guides created this situation. And in order for you to reach, come out of it and reach your highest version, unite with your highest self, it's really important that you release these old patterns that no longer serve you. They may be familiar, they may be comfortable, but they no longer serve you. I'm really getting this strong devil energy. The devil card in traditional tarot shows like a person who is binding, the devil binding people with chains and all. And it represents like bad habits or addictions, which we think are good for us because, I'll just give a simple example. Like, I have a really bad habit of drinking soda whenever I'm working because that like sugar rush I feel helps me in focusing and all. But at the end of the day, it is an addiction. I like when I like stop that for a bit, I realized that okay, it was an addiction, it wasn't helping me at all. Maybe for 10 minutes I was feeling that sugar rush and active, but in the long run it was making me feel more lethargic, and it's also damaging my teeth, my intestines, and everything. So I just gave you an example from my life so that you don't feel that I'm the one preaching. I am not preaching. I have those patterns as well. But this is spirit coming across, okay? This is your higher self coming across and saying that no matter how beautiful some patterns seem, you can judge for yourself that they are not good for you. They are keeping you bound, they're keeping you chained, they are not letting you grow. So release them and then give yourself time to process that, okay? To process that transition, to process that change. So it's okay to take time off for resting. Okay, for some of you, if you have recently gone through intense physical changes, it could be due to a sickness or due to change in, I'm hearing change in physical place. Okay, maybe you've shifted countries, homes, or something, and it's okay to allow yourself to rest. Okay, to give yourself some downtime to process everything that's happening around you. For some of you, it's probably the other way, that suddenly you have been given a lot of responsibilities and you don't know how to, handle them. You feel a little overwhelmed. In that case, also, you have been pushed into that situation because the old pattern was not serving you anymore. And even in the midst of all this hustle and bustle, you are still allowed to take some time for yourself and allow your mind and body to rest. It is extremely, extremely important. And it is the autumn that we are going through, I think. In the United States, at least, it is the fall season, which is, I think, equivalent to autumn in most countries. So, yeah, probably it is happening for you right now, for most of you right now. But there's nothing to fear. This release is necessary. That's why your higher self is coming in. The next message from your ancestor card I'll show, you got the eagle. And the eagle is saying, see everything from a higher perspective. Okay, so look at the big picture, look at the broader picture. Don't get stuck in that day to day profit and loss. Okay, they will keep happening. Some days you'll be very happy, you'll make huge profits. Other days you will feel like you're losing. You are losing in this game of life. It's okay. You don't have to, don't get attached to those minor things. Don't like get like overly happy when you're winning. Don't get overly sad when you're losing. Just detach yourself a little bit as if you're seeing yourself from an aeroplane, right? When we see down from an aeroplane window, everything seems really insignificant. Even like this huge towers that man has built, the architecture, which when we see from the ground, it's like awesome. But from the top, everything looks same. Poor man's hut and a huge mansion with all the architectural intricacies. They look exactly same from the top. See things from the top. Okay, profit and loss. Nothing will seem too much like there. You'll feel neutral towards most things, which is the state you want to go to. Okay, actually, there's a beautiful spiritual transformation that is happening for you because you got first Odin, which talks about psychic insight. And it's saying your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So I don't need to explain this, right? Because it says clearly your third eye might be opening. You may have headaches, you may have lucid dreams, you may have sudden faces popping up in the middle of your work or something. These are all signs of third eye opening. Drink lots of water. Pray a lot, okay? Pray in the sense that pray to the divine for humility, because suddenly you will find that you know a lot of things beforehand. You can sense with your feelings a lot of things beforehand. So try to stay humble as much as possible. I don't know why this message of being humble, being grounded is coming in. Spend time in nature because this is definitely happening. You have gone through a lot, which your spirit guides really appreciate, okay? And they're acknowledging everything that you've gone through. And now they are saying that you are very close to being the highest possible version of yourself in this lifetime. And just allow that to happen. It is happening anyway. For you to enjoy the process, you just stop resisting anything, okay? Because you are releasing things, you are internally also sensing that, okay, this is happening because of that, but probably there's no logical explanation, and that's okay. That's why you are here, hearing this message, right? Remind yourself to see things from a higher perspective, because definitely your third eye is opening. Then what is happening is you're receiving some spiritual gifts, because the next card is talking about sacred self, which I would say is another synonym for your higher self. And it says, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. My dear option to viewers, you are supposed to shine very, very bright wherever you are, whatever you are doing. The only thing standing in your way is your own conditioning, I would say. Okay, you can call it ego or you can call it conditioning. You have been conditioned to believe that I should behave like this. Anything other than that makes me unpopular, is a deviation, or makes me selfish. The things society teaches you, they are not true. They're absolutely not true. And whatever discomfort you may have felt in the past few days, few weeks, is because your spirit guides are trying to show you that the version is exactly opposite. Your most authentic self is the version that can bring you and others around you maximum happiness. I'll really give you this example, because I think almost every week I hear one or two stories like this from someone I know or the other, that they're really trying to be selfless, but no one is happy around them. They are sad. The people they're trying so hard to be selfless for are sad. And I tell them, like, selflessness is something that does not need effort. This is what I've learned from my spiritual guide, that once you have taken care of yourself, once you respect yourself, once your self worth is very, very high, then selflessness automatically happens, because you are so sensitive towards your own feelings, that sensitivity and compassion towards others automatically happens. You don't have to remind yourself that, oh, go and be compassionate. No, it naturally happens, because you're like, oh my god, I've gone through this myself. In spite of everything, I was feeling so low, and this person must be going through the same thing. Let me share my experience, or let me give this person a helping hand. And you see what I'm trying to say? That happens very, very automatically. Trust me, guys. You don't have to, it does not require effort. If it is requiring so much effort for you to be selfless, and you see people around you still blaming you and all that, it's because there is some part of you that is not accepting yourself. You have not accepted a part of yourself, and that is getting reflected in your outer world. Accept every bit of yourself with that tender love and kindness and compassion. You will see that being reflected in the world. And honest to God, I'm really trying not to preach. This is what is coming across very strongly, that you have several gifts. You have so much grace coming towards you, flowing through you. But there is one part of you that is like, no, I've been taught to do this. Otherwise, I'll be a selfish person. I cannot let that happen. Please let that go. Please release that feeling. If you don't know how to do that, please pray to your spirit guides, to the divine form you connect to. It may be a formless version as well, but honor yourself, respect yourself. Don't believe in others' versions of yourself. You know who you are. Believe in that. Your spirit guides every day are communicating that to you. They may be invisible, but they are telling you every day who you are. Please believe in that instead of believing other people's versions who are stuck in this world of illusions themselves. I hope that is clear. Because if you see your cards, what is happening is your spirit guides are desperately trying to help you release your older version that no longer serves your growth. They want you to release that, detach yourself from immediate effects, immediate words, immediate profits, losses, and just detach and watch everything as if you're watching like a very sad movie, like that. And then suddenly realize that, okay, there are gifts within you, gifts that are coming to the surface. They may be psychic gifts, they may be creative gifts, gifts that are very, very sacred, that you have toiled for lifetimes after lifetimes to receive. Please honor them, my dear, dear option viewer. Then you have the Mahavatar Babaji card, the soul expansion. It says your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. I have already said this before. Whenever Mahavatar Babaji card comes up, I feel the deepest gratitude, the deepest silence, the deepest of the deepest love that I have not felt ever in any human interaction. Ever. This is the love that Mahavatar Babaji exudes. He is one of the most loving, most compassionate, most powerful ascended master. And his power is unconditional love. I know we use this term very loosely in our everyday life. We do not know unconditional love. That love is surrounding you. Please choose to see that, okay? That love is surrounding you, that love is expanding your heart. Many, many beautiful spiritual events are happening in your life, around your life, also. I'm feeling, okay? This is a beautiful spiritual transformation you are going through. It doesn't matter what is happening in your 3D life. I'm just getting that clear cut message. You are ascending. You are growing spiritually a lot in leaps and bounds. Whatever effects you are seeing in your 3D life are like those bubbles on the surface of a lake. When you throw a pebble, there are some ripples, right? Those ripple like effect. But like those ripples come and they disappear. They don't mean anything. In the broader scheme of things, they don't matter at all. Okay? And again, I'm reminding you, this is not me talking. This is spirit talking because I'm feeling that energy of so much love. And the thought that's coming in my head repeatedly is like, why am I even looking at other things when there is so much love here, which I can feel in my heart? I may not see it, I may not be able to quantify it, I may not be able to show it to others, but what's the need? I can feel it myself. Why do I need anything else? Like that. Okay? It is a wonderful energy that is surrounding you, my dear option 2 viewers. It is always available for you. It is working for you. Okay? So you just need to trust it because your next card is surrender to trust. Okay, and the other surrender card that you got that I think we already talked about a little bit in the beginning is surrender your addictions. I think for most of you, your addiction is allowing your mind to harp on day to day small things, day to day battles, day to day victories and losses. Please try and detach from them, okay? For others of you, you may have actual addictions like unhealthy lifestyle, unhealthy eating habits, too much anger, too much. I don't believe I'm saying this, but falling for people who disrespect you again and again and again. And I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't laughing at you because I was laughing at myself because I had this pattern too until one day something flipped and actually this exact thing happened. Something flipped and I no longer cared what people thought about me in a good way. I wasn't angry at them. I wasn't bitter. I still am not. Like suddenly I could clearly see everything from this uh, distant view that everyone is on their own journey. They're all walking towards their own karmic agenda, and maybe for some of them, um, telling me something negative is a part of the karmic agenda, but I don't have to listen to it. I can still honor myself. I can still preserve my self worth, self respect, and walk away towards something where I am celebrated, where people are happy to have me, love me, something like that. So, very loving energy, very powerful reading, my dear option 2 viewers. If this reading resonated, you know what to do. Please hit the like button, please leave a comment. Please share this video as much as you can and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye-bye. I feel like just being silent now. Thank you, Master. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 3 viewers who chose this orange robed monk who is like thinking, lost in deep thoughts. Let us see now what are the messages that your higher self wants to convey to you today. Please remember, this is a timeless reading, so you can come back to this reading in future anytime you feel like a strong pull. Okay. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, angels. Oh, too many cards. So basically, I'm taking 3 cards from this Keepers of the Light deck. Thank you, Divine. One more card, please. What does my dear option 3 viewers need to know from their higher self? From the Angels and Ancestors deck, now I'll take two more cards. Thank you. And finally, from the Surrender deck, we'll see what is like this one major thing that if you surrender, your union with your higher self will be accelerated. Okay. Thank you, Divine. Okay, let us dive into your reading, my dear option 3 viewers. My dearest option 3 viewers, it looks like you are being made to face your fears. So I'll show you the obvious card where Kalima is coming in, and the card talks about facing fear. But what she says here is major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. You see, we have all heard this saying, right? There's something about turning every obstacle into an opportunity or something. Like there's a saying like that. I'm feeling that very strongly for you, option three. Something that feels like a letdown, something that feels like a roadblock right now, is actually a blessing in disguise, which you are not seeing. And you are not seeing that because your vision is being impaired with too much fear and anxiety and all the what ifs and all that. Okay, what ifs and why me's, all that. Try to work through your fear. Okay, and then you will suddenly see, you can pray to the version of the divine you connect to, that please give me strength. I am willing to face the fear. I am open to facing the fear. Because, like we have all heard, fear is nothing but an illusion. In 9 out of 10 cases, when you face the fear, you realize, oh my God, there was nothing to fear. In the 1 out of 10 case, maybe you come out still injured and all, and you feel like, ah, okay, I knew this was going to happen. But still, you feel free because that no longer holds you back. You have faced the fear. Whether facing the fear gave you uh, positive results or not so positive results, I'm saying not so positive because you always get freedom in the end from something. Okay. Um, Now there are repercussions. Yeah, I can hear some of you saying, oh, no, no, no. Sometimes there are repercussions, there are legal cases and all. So I think there's a difference here. Facing your fear does not mean you have to be reckless. Okay. I think sometimes people misinterpret that. Oh, I saw the story reading. They told me to face my fear, so I'm just going to get myself in a brawl or something, physical brawl. No, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Facing fear means things like you want to go abroad and you're too scared to leave the comfort of your home. Something like that, okay? And maybe if you do go abroad, you find that yes, you are struggling. But through the struggle, someday you will find again that sweet spot where you can again balance things. It's almost like learning how to swim, right? uh, like when I learned swimming at a very advanced stage, so initially it was like so much work for me. Like people who were way younger than me were learning faster than me, and I just couldn't learn how to float. It took me 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks just to learn how to stay afloat in water. But once I learned that, there was no looking back. There was no fear because I knew, like, my body knows now. even if, suddenly I fall into water also, it'll automatically, it has that reflex now. It'll do things which will make it float. That is what I'm talking about, okay? So that kind of fear, if you just face it, yes, initially you are like that learning swimming phase where you're throwing your hands and legs everywhere. But once you learn, it's just within you. It is a part of you. Your mind cannot make you forget it because it's integrated within you. Okay, so probably there was this eclipse season that we just went by, but it doesn't matter. It's a timeless reading. So whenever you're watching it, maybe something had happened in the recent past that's making you extremely anxious and uncomfortable, and Ma Kali is coming and saying that I am with you. What do you have to fear? I am with you. You can take my energy. You can remember me and take my fierce energy whenever you want for a greater cause. Okay, please do not use this energy for manipulation and all, because it's all going to come back at you. And it's true for any kind of energy. You do positive things come back to you like tenfolds, right? Or it gets multiplied 100 times and it comes back to you. You use it for negative things, it gets multiplied and it comes back to you like that. Okay, so please remember that. And it doesn't matter, sometimes people say, no, this person was so bad to me, and I get that, because I also feel like that sometimes. Why should I think positively of some person who was so nasty, who I know is so mean and all that? Um but at the same time, this is the universal law, kind of, that if you really want to change that person, say somebody is a really nasty person, you try to empower people who he's being nasty towards. Okay, that is like a positive work. But if you're trying to just badmouth him and gossip about him, that's not helping anyone, and that is actually causing you to fall as well from the level you are. Maybe you worked really hard in past lives to get to a spiritual level you are right now. So if something really bothers you, which I think I learned from my spiritual guide, he always says this, that I prefer working for something instead of working against something. Okay, so yeah, that is something I really like, that kind of attitude, that kind of thought process. Okay, you don't have to fear anything. If you want to make a positive difference in anywhere, anyone's life, in the environment, in your society, you have nothing to fear. Go ahead. The fierce goddess Ma Kali is with you. Then, oh, okay. Yeah, I think that I know why that energy is coming now, because you also got this Lord card, and this says take charge with authority. Okay, so that's why that energy was coming, which I was talking about, that there is something that you feel you have to take a stand for, but you're like, am I enough? Or I don't know if people will support me or not. And your guides are coming in and saying, don't worry, we support you, okay? And this is who your higher self is. Your highest version in this lifetime is that leader who is fearless, okay? And I know some of you are like, I'm scared of ghosts, I'm scared of cockroaches. How can you call me fearless? But you are, my dear. You are. That is your highest possibility. That is your higher self. So step into that role, okay? It will come naturally to you. Initially, there might be those throwing of hands and legs because you are learning something. But once you learn, it's really integrated within you. So please don't fear. You have support. Your spiritual team is totally supporting you. Go ahead. Take the lead if you have to. If no one else is taking the lead, you take the lead. Okay? You take the lead with 100% confidence, 100% pure intention, and that will reflect in your actions. Okay? You also have the protection guardian. If you had this fear that something bad might happen to me or my loved ones because I'm taking this really strong stand, your ancestors are like, the protection guardian is here. Okay, they are protecting and they are again encouraging you to drop your shields. There's nothing, they will not let anything bad happen to you. For you to unite with your higher self, it's really important that you step up. Even if you're feeling scared, you still move forward. You still place this pure intention that, yes, this is what I want to achieve. This is what I want to take a stand for, and take the charge and move ahead. And it does not have to be necessarily for like a group, right? It's not like you are leading a group, it might be you are leading your own self. Okay, you are taking a stand for something that only concerns you at this point, but once you take a stand, you will see that there are other people who are probably facing the same thing, and they found a voice in yours. Okay, which is why it's like really necessary that you don't fear anything, and follow the inner guidance, because your spirit guides are communicating with you. You are very close to unite to this higher version of yours, who is fearless, who leads by example, who leads by action, which is wonderful. Your ancestors' spirits are also here. You got the white eagle, and it says, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. I think probably this extreme fear, this not taking action due to extreme fear, or just, giving in due to extreme fear, could have been a family pattern. So that's why your ancestors are also rooting for you. They want you to break this pattern. For some of you, I'm seeing, yeah, for some of you, I'm feeling it might have been like maybe generations back. It might be like a family curse. Somebody placed it and everybody else is suffering. And you are very close to breaking it, okay? And you don't have to know. Like, don't be like wondering, oh, what that curse is. I don't know. I don't know of any curse. You don't have to know. It's best when you do not know, because you're not doing it. You don't have this fancy movie stuff in your head. All you're doing is, okay, this habit or this pattern is not good for me. I will try to release it. And as soon as you do that, you release it for so many other souls that are connected to your lineage, who are waiting to take birth, because they want this pattern to be released so that nobody has to take, 5 extra births or something like that. 5 extra lifetimes. Nobody wants to take that in your lineage, okay? So very much you have a lot of protection. It almost feels planned, to be honest, my dear Oceans reviewers. It's almost like it was a part of your karmic agenda before you took this lifetime on earth. And that's why all the spirit guides, all kinds of spirit guides, ancestor guides, ascended masters, like protection guardians, animal spirit guides, everyone seems around you, even gods and goddesses like Ma Kali and all. And the time has come where you step up into this role, okay? And definitely, it is destined, okay? All you have to remind yourself is there's nothing to fear. Even if you cannot see all this support around you, the support is very much around you, and they are cheering for you, they are protecting you, okay? Nothing bad will happen. And then you also have this message about life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So if you were sick before, you will suddenly find like there's a rejuvenating force working through you. Okay. um, Whether it was a physical sickness or mental sickness, there's some like, tremendous energy being pushed into your aura, this tremendous life force or prana being pushed into you. So you will feel suddenly motivated to try out a lot of things that people around you may deem unusual. But go ahead, go for it. Okay, like I said, stepping up and being the leader, suddenly people might find suddenly feel unusual because you are usually soft spoken. And uh, that is the thing you have to break. Soft spoken does not mean you cannot lead. Soft spoken does not mean you cannot be firm. Soft spoken does not mean you cannot stand your ground. Same as the other way. Just because you talk a lot doesn't mean you can stay firm on a decision. Okay, whatever it is, you are here to break those prejudices in people's minds. So if you're feeling sudden increase in sensual feelings or sexual feelings even, uh, don't shame yourself, don't suppress them. Find a vent. Of course, don't force it upon others. Okay, in the white path we never encourage manipulation or non-consensuality. It can be anything. People only use the word non-consensual in one aspect, but it should be in all aspects. Okay, you should not force anything on others, but at the same time nobody should be allowed to force anything on you. That is equally true. So you can express whatever comes naturally to you in any which way possible, as long as it is non-violent and does not hurt others. Okay, so definitely there's like I'm seeing almost like something coming out of a volcano. Okay, that kind of energy is coming in, like something was pent up, and you were like, no, 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 I can't do this, I'm too scared, I'll go and hide. And suddenly you find something bursting inside, and you're like, I'm done, I'll go and face it, bring it on, like that. Okay, which is awesome, powerful energy. What do you need to surrender? The only thing you need to surrender is surrender your need to be always right. Okay, this is something that I have struggled with all my life. Okay, sometimes, the right and wrong does not matter. Or I would say the other way. Sometimes, if you are too focused on, oh, who is right, who is wrong, things get delayed or even stagnated. The purpose that you are here for, the actions that you are supposed to take, may get stagnated or delayed because you are too focused on establishing who is right or what is right. You see what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. In some cases where you feel this is a positive action, okay, like I'll just give you a very trivial example. Say feeding hungry people. So you want to go and feed hungry people, and then some person comes and says, probably he's like a politician in the locality, and says, no, 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 you cannot do this. So why didn't you ask me before? You should come and take my permission first before you do this. And you're like, you can argue, but the more time you spend in arguing, this person puts a legal notice and all that, the work doesn't get done, right? But if you swallow your pride, go to this person and say, okay, please sign, please give us this permission, then the work is done. The hungry people are still getting fed. This is something like that, okay? Just whenever you find yourself in a situation where a person is being a pain in the you know where, you just decide that which is important right now, the action or this debate where I have to prove this person wrong or this person proves me wrong, and then you act accordingly. Okay, overall you have a very strong spirit team supporting you. You are very close to uniting, merging with your higher self. Okay, and your higher self is that very fearless leader whose actions speak for themselves. Okay, so this is a wonderful, powerful energy. uh, some of you might be going through your sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra healing, which will infuse a lot of confidence, a lot of passion within you. Honor that, accept that. Remember, there's nothing to fear. Whatever seems fearful, you should definitely face it, okay? Instead of running away from it, the sooner you face it, the sooner you become free. So, overall, it's a very powerful energy, my dear option 3 viewers. This is all I have for you today. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. Please share this video as much as you can and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye.